There ain't a map, no path to follow to find it. But to yourself, you're in last place every day. You can't quit your heart, don't back up, don't back out.
Hello everyone, back with another finals game. Today we've got Travis versus Redemt. So this is another one of the top 8. So hopefully another strike better going into top 4. Fingers crossed. See what we can do. See if we can represent our podcast well. This is our current crisis we've chosen, and we are at 18 points. So Travis is Wakanda / Brotherhood, and I really like Redempt's roster. It's like an aggressive Web Warriors, which is exciting. Give me 1 sec. Just bringing up my dashboard, and then we are good to go. We had some technical issues between the UK and Australia and the US with the judge, and we're all sorted now. So with that in mind, we will get into it. So currently the players are choosing what to run. Well, yeah, jumbo side, that's better. Good. I was going to say it'd be pretty funny having them that big. So cubes and spider portals would be great. I believe this is one of the ones you can roll for and walk away. Yes, it is. So if you see me yawning or anything like that, apologies. It is 4 a.m. starting for us, so it's rough. So the boys are just choosing their rosters now. 18 points is less than ideal for Travis to deal with. Priority role was this, so Redemt has won it. Should be this way for you, to make your life easier. Redemt on the left has won it. And obviously the more points, the better for him, right? Because he's got Corvus and Proxima and Killmonger and all of these big heavy hitters. He's got Usurp the Throne if he needs it. I'll just bring up his roster. We'll see if we can get through it before they actually choose it. So, Corvus Glaive, Daredevil, Enchantress, Ghost Spider, Reality Gem, Killmonger, Proxima, Shuri, Miles, Venom. So super aggressive. I would expect for him to be pushing for Corvus Proxima. Not sure if he can fit it in there nicely. I think he can with a 2-3. So if he goes Miles, Gwen, Venom, for example, you can go Corvus Proxima at 18. Really strong, really aggressive. Should be quite nice. Travis, Brotherhood / Wakanda. Nothing really crazy there. He does have Medusa. I'll be interested to see if he goes for that or not, because Medusa is less effective against Corvus. I was speaking to him about it earlier in the week, just saying FYI, just watch out for Corvus, because blanks counting as success in defense gets around her defensive buff. But yeah, if you see this randomly come up, it's because there's multiple of us in this game in the spectator box. You know, judges, commentators, etc. So in TTS, if you're the same color as someone, it just treats you as the same person essentially, except for your mouse. Tactic cards for Redemt. Looking at all webbed up, brace for impact, climbing gear, disarm, grievous wounds, lethal protector, med pack, usurp thrones. I love it. It's so aggressive. I really like seeing different twists on the stock standard, lists that are out there. Web Warriors being normally a very defensive style of list. Travis possibly is going to choose Brotherhood. There's a little weird thing going on here with TTS. I don't know if anyone's picked up on it, but this hides what you're doing, but the picture of who you're choosing is still showing. So, looks like Travis is probably... See if I'm correct, but I'm pretty sure Travis is going to go Brotherhood for this. So, Magneto, Mystique, Toad, possibly Medusa. Feed that power to her so you can get those teleport shenanigans going. Yeah, that puts him at 15, 3 points left. Don't know who goes through there. Valkyrie, possibly. Should be nice. That'll be a really good game between them. Mystique, less effective against Web Warriors. She's good against your reactive guys like Venom. Can't use his counter attack and stuff like that. But I think most of the Web Warrior rerolls are all innate anyway, so shouldn't be a big problem. Let's bring up Travis's list. So Travis is running Black Panther, Lockjaw, Medusa, MODOK, Magneto, Mystique, Okoye, Shuri, Toad, Valkyrie. Potentially could go the MODOK Magneto combo. What would that come in at? It's a shame, 19 points to be MODOK Magneto, and all the other good stuff, Lockjaw, all that together. But it'd be interesting to see. I'm pretty sure he's gonna go Brotherhood. Wakanda are very good at controlling. It's tough. D-shaped missions, Wakanda are still quite good at them, but Web Warriors are definitely better at them. So I don't know if you go with an Asteroid M, get set up. Just turn that music down a little bit. Alright. And Travis has got all you've got: Asteroid M, Brace for Impact, Deception, Hide Muscle, Last Minute Save, Med Pack, Wakanda Forever. So you can easily pivot to either faction, either leadership, and still have quite a good set of cards coming with it. So we had Morgan's game yesterday. Looks like they're ready. We'll do Redemt first, and yep, exactly what I thought. Miles, Gwen, Venom, that's affiliation. Proxima, Corvus with Reality. Climbing gear, all webbed up, med pack, lethal protector, bracer impact. Awesome, love it. Lethal protector will most likely be there, obviously, to try and save Corvus from getting burned down, or Proxima, but it also is quite cheeky for using it as a delivery tool to get Venom in there. Travis, yep. So I was correct. That thing does show what your opponent is playing, so something to watch out for, guys. Magneto, Toad, Mystique, Medusa, Lockjaw, Brutal. Medusa, still unbelievable, you're right. Just don't let her get comboed on by what's his name? Corvus, and you should be good to go. I did tell them. I was telling them to wait for me before, but it took a bit longer than I thought choosing their rosters. Lockjaw dead center. That says to me that you will probably see Magneto and Medusa go to his left and right and probably deploy last. Yep. Setting up that combo piece. Lockjaw, such a good boy. Getting Gwen in the middle. Her lifesaver ability, now that people have really started to unlock it and work it for what it is, such a good... She's very quickly becoming like just a standard 3-pointer pick for most rosters. So deploying some within 2 of Lockjaw, very smart. Something I did in my very first Inhuman games this week, or one of my first Inhuman games this week. Deployed this Lockjaw in the middle, setting up for this big 2 range 3 teleports, and then didn't put anyone next to him. That was my bad. Venom coming down. Not sure who you want to go against Venom. Possibly Magneto. Medusa isn't super happy with Venom. She doesn't get a defensive reroll, but yeah, we'll see how we go. Yeah, bring in Mystique in the middle, get set up for that deception play. If he does want to go for that middle cube fragment, he will have to probably die for it, which is always strong. Deception, showing its power again. He has no advanced R&D, so he can't do any shenanigans to try and stop it from happening, so... So he just needs to see where the Corvus Proxima goes, right? You assume it's going to go together, since there's no delivery tool like Mothership or anything like that. So you assume they're going to go down together, or at least on the same side. So, I mean, you could put Magneto and Medusa down there and then still have Mystique go to that top side. Here she is. So a standard tactic you'll see most high-level players and adapt for D-shaped deployments is, unless you're built for it, yeah, we can. Sorry, I was sitting in my normal position. Most good players will only commit to their home objective and either the left or right. Lockjaw does enable you to commit to both quite nicely. But yeah, it's I think if you're not built for it, it's a mistake to try and hit left and right at the same time. So you would expect to see the Corvus Proxima move to that high side and then wrap around to the home objective, and you're going to commit to these 3 versus... ooh, here he goes. Is he going to fit? Yeah, he'll fit there easy. Yeah, so if I was Travis, straight away... I mean, you do have a long mover sitting here, so she can go for this bottom inheritor portal, but I think the correct move here would be to put Medusa and Magneto up there, teleport them onto that cube, leave their activation till last. If anyone touches this middle cube fragment, you'll probably teleport them into a position to just straight smash them. And that Mystique as well can also hit this bottom inheritor portal at the same time. Redemt AFK for 5 minutes while we start. It's Reality Stone, and it's always Reality Stone. I actually think I've seen a Time Stone. I don't think I've ever seen a reality stone. Sorry, a time stone Corvus. Just don't think it would be as good. Like, you'd think an extra action would be better, but just I don't think it'll work out as good as reality. So if I'm Redemt, I don't know who I'm prioritizing between Medusa and Magneto, because both of them are not good for his two carries there, Corvus and Proxima. Both of these characters have super consistent attack dice, like really like strong, consistent attack dice, as well as having throws. So they can easily burst down the low health pools of Corvus and Proxima. So Redemt will most likely maintain priority for at least the first couple of turns, having Corvus Proxima and their equal in activations. And he has priority. The Miles is interesting. That's a bit of a wild card for Travis to have to deal with, because it's going to be an extra thing for him to deal with. Just auto dropping objectives is frustrating, but you know, at least we're not seeing another Enchantress on the table. She is exceptional for a 4-pointer. I think her and Medusa are the two best 4-pointers in the game. For a long time it was Black Panther and Vision, and then Kingpin, but I think that our two new releases, Medusa and Enchantress, take position 1 and 2. So they're just doing their bathroom breaks, and we will kick this off. Travis, last minute save, med pack, or we've got Asteroid M Deception. Solid. Really solid. Means that Magneto can be where it needs to be. It's pending a mistake on Travis's side. I would expect that Magneto to stay relevant up until the point where he's removed from the table or he wins the game. No grievous wounds. I was interested to see if that would come out. Really, really powerful card, especially if you know your opponent's going to be bringing med pack and patch up and all this. You can really burst something down. Yeah, 100%, Darren. They are monstrous. They're just in another class. Like, not another class, but the things that they do, there is nothing that comes close to it, right? I said on the cast, the second Medusa got spoiled in that panel to play, and they said she had a flurry on her auto on her strike, her builder. I was like, there's nothing that even comes close to that. If that's 5 dice, she's just going to be instantly number 1, or at least top 3 immediately. So Venom going for the cube fragment, really solid pick. Can heal himself. He likes the extra power. That is rock solid for him. I do find the more we play this game, just like a little, it's just a more of a comment. I do find that the more characters come out, etc., power creep and all these things start to appear, the more these really slow characters, I think, will start to move move to the side of the road. You know, like we've already seen Web Warriors shifting away from Venom into Daredevil just for the long move, and yeah, I just think these smaller, like we saw Kingpin yesterday in Morgan's game just be controlled into irrelevance, right? Didn't matter what he could do. He just, I think Kingpin did like 2 attacks in 6 turns or 5 turns or something. You know, just a small move. Nearly everything that can reposition small. So essentially, every time they do a reposition to these small characters is a stagger. You know, if you can do 2 repositions, that's a double stagger, and then heavens forbid you can put a stagger on them. We got the construct coming out. Looks like they missed that one, but our table judge, quote my name, is pretty switched on guy, so he is all over it. Sometimes people just jump it. Those floating cross tokens are unfortunate. Yeah, I know. I think this one's floating because of this chemical truck. This one because it's sitting on the corner. So I think it's the best they got. That is a... Do we see a... He's going for it. I like this. It's actually a really nice thing. So if you deception, you're only deceptioning Venom. If Travis doesn't go for that middle cube, you're going to see Miles come in and take that. Really, really solid play. This is where those small moves do come in better than anyone else, is counter deception play. You know, while still maintaining, you know, a good position. I'd still be concerned because potentially if Travis wants to, he can just smash that Venom. You know, he can teleport both of his carries to around that cube fragment and just wail on him. So I'd still would be concerned. If Travis didn't have a lockjaw, this would be a very safe play because Venom's small advance probably would not get him in range of any actual serious repercussions. With lockjaw on the table, not so safe. Both Magneto and Medusa can pop up to around here where my mouse is moving, and that's no good. That's one in trouble Venom. Which if you're Travis, you're pretty happy with that, right? I would consider going for that. So we do here. I mean, you can do this. You do need to have that. I mean, you have Toad can go for the Inheritor Portal right there. So hopefully he goes for that. I mean, you can also have Toad go for that cube fragment as well and sit really far back. Here is a deception. I would walk him towards where you're going to be teleporting Magneto and Medusa. I mean, that's like potential of 7 attacks coming towards this Venom if things go Travis's way. I mean, Venom's tanky, but he ain't that tanky. And this is what I was talking about. Without Lockjaw in the side of Travis here, you would actually feel fairly confident with Venom that there's nothing really bad is going to happen to you, but Lockjaw just changes so much. Yeah, exactly. I mean, if it goes the way he wants it to, you would be extremely happy to daze a Venom turn 1. Really nice pre-measurement there. Make sure he gets advanced within range of Mystique. So if you want to, you can do your... I mean, it's not like he can counterattack Mystique anyway, but at least you are within the range of your martial artist. Not sure if it's a good move to use Mystique to go for the attack here. You are leaving that middle objective token open. I think that the other guys would be better off anyway. I think Magneto and Magneto and Medusa would be enough. 1 block versus 2. And the hit is important. There it is on the crit roll. Web warrior reroll coming in. So 2 free damage. This is danger zone, right? So Mystique can't use reactive against her. Venom in this list over here particularly hates it. There is one plus side that if Travis does lose the middle objective here to Miles moving, at least you're going to be getting Venom, right? You're getting Venom's cube, which is very nicely been brought forward. 2 blocks. Yeah, easy. Whoa. He's blocked it anyway. It's all good. Sometimes if you jump the gun, it's all good. It's only 2 there. Travis has no rerolls. Oh man, that's all good. He blocked it. You're pretty happy with Travis there. 2 damage pushed through. You got some extra power, so now your Asteroid M is online. moving forward for all future turns. Really interested to see how Redemt reacts to this. Does he rush Ghost Spider in and try and get a, what's her range 4 builder? Where is she? Get an impact webbing going just to get the power online to do a lifesaver? Does he go for that? If Travis does his teleport correctly with Lockjaw, it won't matter. There's no amount of lifesaver will protect you from that. And that will be potentially 3 cubes going Travis's way if he can daze Venom. I think I'd be looking at that Cosmic Cube fragment in the middle. Keep that points parity going. What's this? What is this? What is going on here? Ah, Inheritor Portal. That is one jumbo token. Should still be able to drop it on the portal. Only thing I'm looking at with Travis that I'm not super happy with, it was really nice getting the 2 damage through on Venom. Does leave him in that just straight one-shot area for both his carries. He has left both of these open though, which I'm not super happy with. I'm pretty sure Ghost Spider can make it to this cube fragment, and then Miles can then make it to this one. So it's less than ideal. See what he does. Nope. I mean, Mystique has stealth, so there's no amount of movement that will let Ghost Spider get into range there, and with no advanced R&D, you will not see a lifesaver come online. Stealth is actually one of those superpowers. So you see it, even in top players, right? You forget it's there. You just and if your opponent doesn't sit there and go, hey, FYI, I got stealth, like you can really get caught out. We saw it last week with Travis and Sploosh. Travis spent a couple minutes pre-measuring this big range 5 push on Shuri, only to move and Sploosh go, I have stealth. And on these top level games, you never ever stop your opponent from making a mistake. So this will be interesting. I think this will be a big error on Redempt's side if he's going for the impact webbing. If he's going for something else, sure. Might be going for that cube fragment, but this is where he finds out he got stealth. Super powerful. Really got to read those cards, or at least be familiar with the defensive capabilities of your opponent. You know, you don't, offensive ones, you don't have to worry about it as much, but yeah. So he's gone Constellation Prize. I'll take the middle cube fragment. That's really good for Travis because he can get that cube fragment back, right? If she came down to this bottom cosmic cube fragment, I think that he could have got more than points parity going for himself. We do still have Proxima coming in. We do still have Corvus to come, but you would be feeling very happy about that if you were Travis. Lifesaver's not online. There's no chance of Lifesaver coming online. We might see Toad go to the bottom, because Toad coming to the bottom, it's irritating for Redemt, right? Toad comes in, grabs his cube fragment, you know, potentially starts working towards this bottom Inheritor Portal. There's another cube fragment down here that Miles is going to go for. Toad versus Miles. I mean, I assume that Miles wins that, but, you know, Toad's kind of tanky and healthy enough to be irritating. That's good. So Travis securing his bottom cube fragment. That's good. Don't know. Possibly. He only needs to... He might have actually done that, yeah. That's an interesting one, Artie. See, Medusa looks pretty close. I think Medusa's actually in there, but we'll see. It's one of those things you just... I've done it a couple of times already with Lockjaw, where you just like... Sometimes you're kind of stuck in how you have to respond. You gotta be careful with that teleport forward because you don't want to give ammunition for Corvus and Proxima to start doing their thing. Did not measure, so if he does, it's luck. No, it's just that, what do you call it? Just that passive skill kicking in. No alarm bells screaming when he moves Toad, therefore nothing must be wrong, right? It's not, it's luck. Unless he thought on deployment, I'll put 2 here just in case. Long move, take that, nice. So if I'm Travis, if I had to pick between Venom and Proxima, I'm taking Proxima. I would smash her to remove the combo between Corvus and Proxima. So now we know Miles is coming to here. Well, can he do it? Because he still hasn't capped that back inheritor portal. It shows you, like you can see here in Morgan's game and now in this game, if you had to choose between secures and extracts, you secure every extract you can, right? Extracts are more important. They're more difficult to take from your opponent. Yep, look at that, Artie. Like a glove. Yeah, I'd be thinking about going Proxima here, personally. Just remove her. I mean, I would honestly be concerned about losing both, to be honest. If I was Travis, I'd go, you know what? I'm only going to cap a couple of VPs here. But potentially he can get both of them. And, man, you know, see Magneto come in. Potentially, you know, wipe Proxima off the board. Medusa can easily wipe both off the board with a couple of good rerolls. A couple of good initial rolls with the flurry. I mean, these guys are tanky, but not that tanky. So there is the... I'm going to take out Medusa. Check in range 2. Sorry, Proxima. That is range 2. And we will see 2 more power gets done. A lot of people forget Lockjaw can just do this per character. Here comes Medusa. Set up to potentially start working on Venom if required as well. Ugh. This is very... Anyone else, you would be like, probably be okay. But, I mean, Travis is famous for his exceptional dice. So if you start turn 1 with your Venom and your Proxima, you know, being dazed, that is a very, very rough turn 1. Do you go for the inheritor portal here? You do. You have to, right? You don't do a spear throw. Yeah, smart. I mean, counterpoint as well. Turn 2 will start with Proxima Midnight, and you will have Corvus. Just see Corvus, Proxima doing their thing. Start of next turn, so... I mean, that's always something that's not nice to be on the receiving end of. Here comes the boom, right? I mean, and you got Toad down here. Toad, such an annoying little 2-pointer, right? He's set up to start looking at the inheritor portal and the other cube, which means Miles basically has to come down this way. You can't let Toad sit down here with all these VPs. Who does he start with? I don't know what matters who he starts with. Ooh, big oof. Yeah, take Corvus instead. If you have to choose between Corvus and Proxima, you go for Corvus. It does let him get powered up, but in the scheme of things, right, if we think about it, Travis Jay's Corvus turn 1, turn 2, potentially Magneto gets dazed, or potentially Medusa, or worst case, both get dazed. I think his other characters will still be enough to try and do some points parity and keep him in the game. And then, here we go. We're going for Proxima. So Magneto into Proxima. Probably smart. You don't want to power up Corvus. But in the scheme of things, when you're thinking about like he dazes, you daze, Travis would be in front there because he's a turn in front with his daze tokens. So you wouldn't be upset about that. Lethal Protector. What kind of power are we looking at? Do we see Venom play it? I mean, if you're Travis, if he plays it, he plays it. Doesn't really matter. Does give you an opportunity for a slapback with your Venom, but any slapback he does power up Magneto, right? Which is dangerous. More throws. Does do it. Okay. Nice. That is an objective token, but I mean, Proxima has one as well, so really nice play there. Sit yourself out of 2. Let's see how good Travis's initial roll is. Just 1. Three blocks, so he blocks it. Importantly, there is no retaliatory attack. Now we're going to see the second attack. I think you still go Proxima, right? So Venom didn't get placed in between Proxima and Magneto, so you still got the throws available to Magneto, so you do a big attack into Proxima plus that size 3 building. Is there a brace? There is a brace. You draw that brace out straight away. You might even try and do it off of one of these size 2 buildings. Did he do damage? Or was it just push? Push target S. Nice. Straight up push. Get him definitely outside of Ghost Spider range. Nice. Strong. Very strong for Magneto. I mean, that's a 6-threat character. You expect him to be able to do some shenanigans like that. Okay, second attack, Proxima. Let's try again. That is a lot of skulls. You are 1-1 sad Magneto. This is standard Travis though. Usually he starts off with really bad dice and then it swaps around very quickly. Does get a power, importantly. Still got Medusa to activate. I would probably still do the throw and try and draw brace out. Medusa still has her throw then. Tick. Nice. No throw. Okay. I would have probably tried to draw out brace, but I mean, or if you do the throw and you don't draw out brace, you might get her to 3 out of 5 or something like that. 2 out of 5, 3 out of 5, setting up for Medusa to come in and do her thing. That is a very, very fortunate Redemt there. He could have very easily lost a lot more than that. It's crazy how much deception can change a game. Two inheritor portals not even touched. Grabs that. Yeah, mate, it is early Norbert, the doctor. To make up for it, my missus had some of her mates over as well last night. So I was up till about 12:30 and I woke up at 3:30. But I am a shift worker and have been for the last 10 years. So weird hours of the morning is no difference to me. Really nice pivot here. Smashing the Corvus, I think, would be the correct play here. He's too threatening. I think you try and go Corvus. You do have a throw left. Can maybe get a free brace out of it as well. How long are you around for, Norbs? No wild, but I mean 2 crits with a reroll coming. Does bring him up to that area. Whoa, Corvus. Redempt's dice are on fire. Three blocks. Travis does have a reroll. He rerolls first, I believe. Just go wild fishing. Just bring him up to that 8 dice. There it is. Who would have thought that probability comes in, right? 1, 2, 3, 7 dice plus a reroll equals 8 dice. 4 blocks. It's pretty exceptional. So he deals 1. You would be thanking your lucky stars if you are Redemt there. There is a push on the stack as well. So you can double push Corvus. And I would be double pushing Corvus after this as well. I would smash him again. And I would double push him. Just get rid of him. Even if you don't do that much damage to him. Double push him into irrelevance, down here somewhere. It's basically like a massive stagger token. You'd be pretty happy about that. Range 2. Not sure what we're going for here. I don't think Corvus has any retaliatory effects. No worries, Dr. Norbs. Expecting me in my jammies. I wouldn't have a shirt on if that was the case. It'd be a swift ban coming my way. Alright. There it is. 4. Let's see how good these go again. 1 block with a reroll. So currently he's taken 2. 2. Another 2 into Corvus. You'd be pretty happy about that. He did take 1 before. What is going on with this Corvus? Travis had 5 hits before. Versus 4 blocks. And that is 4 hits versus 1 block. I would have thought we would see Corvus on 3 of 4. Stand by. Rolled the first attack back. Why would you roll the first attack back? 5 with cover. Cheers. Alright. That puts him there. Taking 1. Sweet. We're good. Need to get a ping system in place. It's hard in the commentator booth. So a single push there. Beauty of Medusa is you teleport and you go again. And I would be doing that. Because if you can, right, you push him that way and then that way. Just out. Yeah, I know, Darren, mate. They'll get upset. Not messaging in game chat. I know, mate. The boss is here. Be very tempting with travel. Like, what would you go for here? I personally would probably think about this teleport. I would definitely think about this teleport. And I would teleport to... I mean, if you go as far forward as possible, you even get to inherit... You might even get to interact with that inheritor portal. So you can get some more VPs going your direction. Or do you just smash Proxima here? And attempt to take her cube fragment. It does also give you a damage at the start of the next round, which is kind of you getting at that close-ish area. With Corvus still coming down on you, which is not good. But really? That's it? That's not alright, whatever. Alright, cool. I'm confused there. There's one action. I don't know what the second action there was. Really weird. I mean, at least you'd think about it, right? You'd go Proxima. You'd go... I mean, even another teleport, right? Just to try and push Corvus further away. Get him just out of the game. But 5-2, here we go. Don't know what's going on here. 1 damage with a reroll. Reroll on each side. Quote must have picked him up. It's easy to forget with all the flurry shenanigans, etc., etc. So 1 there. Another power. Go again. It's pushing any direction, right? I'd be pushing that Proxima away from that Corvus. Martial Prowess coming into it. Could be catastrophic, but no. That is not a good Martial Prowess roll. But it's okay. It's not a good Medusa roll either. Just 2. 2. Takes 1 less. Another 1. You do get a double push here, though, which is interesting. Do you push her down this way? Get her as far away from Corvus as possible, right? Because even if Corvus does do his move and starts trying to do his shenanigans... yeah, I like this. Just get her away. Get her as far away from Corvus as possible to stop that double activation. And 1 more push coming. Oh, it's a long way. It does bring him down on Toad though. But 5-2, I mean, that's a decent lead, turn 1. Nice. You got enough power, do the teleport. This is kind of cheeky as well because you might finish within 1 here and try and make it 4-3, which would be very nice. But also, what you're doing is you're hanging out bait for Corvus, which makes him further away from Proxima. And Corvus will have enough for a Glaive's Edge or a Death Blow, but not both. See what he gets. Nails it. Medusa proving why she is one of the best 4-pointers in the game. Good damage, good control, good maneuverability. Oh boy, she got the whole package. Right, so 4-3, turn 2. I'd expect to see possibly Miles, maybe like late in this game, like moving to this Inheritor portal, then moving back and teleporting to this one, but he won't have the power. I always find these roll 4 objectives, they are very awkward to play if you are, you know, a single power character. It can be quite frustrating to play against. I mean, obviously the cube helps it out, but you can be very annoying having to continually make that decision, this one or that one, this one or that one, or you put 2 characters in there. So we got the Lifesaver online with Ghost Spider. I don't think anything's really in range for that. Geez, 1 more damage on Proxima there, and this would have been catastrophic for Redemt, starting this turn with Proxima Dazed. Which tells me, I mean, you want to activate Corvus. Do you activate Proxima and run her in first? Long move, spear throw, get her in range of Corvus, activate Corvus. That's the order you do it in, right? Or do you activate Proxima and long move her back to this Inheritor portal, right? I mean, that way the objective token at least is out of range. Nope, we're going Corvus. Range 3 attack with a medium advance. That's the way you do it. Good roll. 4 versus the double skull. So 4 versus 1. So currently 3 going through. We do have a reroll. I mean, 1 out of 3 is basically bang on average. So Medusa takes 3. Importantly though, there is a wild, and it does get to do the medium advance. So I personally would have done Proxima first here. Make this a little bit easier, right? Sorry, I'm just trying to get a good view of it all. Something like that. I'm just gonna go to the action. Corvus coming in. Can fit, possibly. Yes, fits. No field dressing on Travis's side, so, you know, having Medusa start getting days is no bueno, but that's the beauty of bringing 2 carries. If 1 gets days, it's still okay. You still have 2. This is the flurry. The Pierce does work here, I believe. Just means you can't change your dice. Wow. Exceptional. Well, double crits from both of them. Ooh, so 3 blocks. So we got 4, but there is a Pierce. So Travis is currently at 2 blocks. which would be annoying for 4 blocks. 3 blocks versus, well, 4 blocks versus 4, but the Pierce is there, so he does take 1. You'd be annoyed about that as a Corvus player, because now you have to do another attack into that Medusa. And this is a bit of a dice off here. Does he go into Medusa again? I think he has to. Medusa's that dangerous, which is crazy because she's sitting next to Magneto. I know she was the one in range. She was the one in range of the death blow. But, you know, speaking of her strength, that he's willing to double down here. Just a lot of rolls. Wow. That's pretty good. It's a lot of, that's a big roll, will do 2 damage. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage. Versus Travis 2 blocks. She takes the 2. Importantly here, we are looking at an out of range Corvus Proxima. Climbing gear, yeah, nice. It's advanced small. Send us straight at that Proxima. Beautiful. You'd be pretty happy if you were Travis seeing this happen now and not on an objective later. So it is Proxima. She's a little bit dicey. A lot more dicey than Corvus is, so but that the rough part's done already. Okay, we got a med pack coming in onto that Proxima, I think, is what just happened. Flipping the med pack for him. I like Quote as a judge. This is the kind of hands-on judge that I want to see. He's the hero we need. Bit of danger territory for Mystique here. Out of that martial artist range. So if Travis doesn't have another character get dazed, he's doing pretty well. Yep, 1 hit. That's his Corvus Proxima for you. The Corvus side's very consistent. Proxima side, very dicey. I do not like that placement at all. So your biggest strength to save your Proxima is in Lifesaver for Ghost Spider, and you just turned it off straight away. She now is not able to be Lifesavered at all because Mystique is in the way. So not super impressed. That's not good. It's not a good positioning there. I mean, unless you're just writing her off. I mean, she does have an objective token, so I mean, and Lockjaw is there, and Lockjaw will have a go. He still can have a go at that. So even not using your Mystique there, you know, still is a good opportunity to take out Proxima. I would consider an Asteroid M here of Magneto just to get him in position to do as much damage as possible between the 3 of these guys. Let's have a look. We're going again. I think this is a strike. It's a lot of rolls. 3 into 2 because a martial artist. Takes 1. Ooh, who's this into? So, no idea who that is then. Could be the Lockjaw, I guess. Lockjaw, double block. Nice. Lockjaw's teleport is online. Not sure if that was... And we interact and no good. Not That was a bit awkward by Redemt there. I like the going for the objective. Like, that's good. He does have a lot of healthy characters there, so I think that he should be able to get that objective back if he did lose it. I personally would have probably teleported onto this side of Mystique, ready to do a small push, maybe, and hopefully get out of range 3 here. Asteroid M coming in, possibly. Yep, here we go, baby. That's Medusa's power. Put that power back on. That's Medusa's power. Thank you. Here we go. Do we go for Corvus or Proxima? Proxima has the objective token. I mean, Travis is still in it, right? Like, the game state hasn't changed. There's still 4 points going to Redemt, 3 to Travis. So, yeah. You're not super worried about this, especially if you can start making some of these guys drop their objective tokens. Oh boy. Who do we start with? There we go. Getting that placement done right. Who does he start with? I've not played much Magneto personally, and I want to play him more. I was saying yesterday, he feels like the first proper 6 threat. Big damage bursts. The Asteroid M helps his mobility. Lockjaw helps him even more now. I think you're going to see Lockjaw in a lot of Brotherhood squads. Just getting that delivery platform for him, and then he really is a game changer. Perfect rolls from Travis here. Potentially could see all 3 of these get dazed. Ghost Spider is who I'd probably start with. She is the weakest of those 3. No reroll. She has just a single reroll in defense. No spider sense. No invulnerability. Magneto so far, you'd be pretty... I would expect to see him start turning around. I mean, 4 skulls on his last roll. You'd expect to see the averages kicking around in Travis's direction now, so should be good. Yep. 4 to 1. Single reroll on Travis's side. Single reroll on the other side. Yep, there's the wild. Not that it matters. So takes 3. Takes 4. Sorry, my bad. 1 versus 5. That's how math works. Magneto would definitely pick that up. I would now go Corvus. Because now you're on points parity, right? Points parity has now occurred. It's now going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 to Travis versus 3 to Redemt. So he'll equal it up. Now you can afford to start going for the characters without the objective tokens. Yeah. I mean, Lockjaw's ready there, right? You walk Lockjaw up, have an attack into Proxima, teleport Magneto down this way, just so he's out of range of Corvus's slapback. Yeah. Oh man, that's it's a bit of cheekiness, but I would say that that is out. Magneto just showing you how big it is. Size 2, size 2. So we're now looking at 5 power plus a size 3. He is a couple of power off of all 3 of these. Here we go. He does 2 power, he can throw them all. Not sure who we're going into, but no skulls, so that is a good start. If he rolls in a crit, this is Corvus. Yeah, he can start throwing a lot of things. If he gets this 2 damage through, which I believe he's going to. Yep, I assume this is Proxima. There's the 2 damage. Yep, Proxima. So now he's online. So do the quick maths. 2 for the dumpster, plus another 3 for this car. So we're now at 5, plus... Oh, I think he's 1 off. Plus an extra 2 for the taco truck. Yeah. Just start throwing things at Corvus. This is the worst part. You're holding onto the brace, just like, ugh. I mean, there is an additional size 2 there as well, so you can throw 3 size 2s into him. Let's have a look. Yep, takes 2. That invulnerability racking up. And again, so we got to remove that cutie. Leadership. Ah, yes, good point. Start handing out power. See if he remembers it. So you can hand out 2 power. Important to note, this is not a May, so quote probably should pick him up on that, but that is not a May. It just says when the terrain feature is destroyed, after the effect is resolved, choose a number of characters equal to or less than the terrain's feature size. Each one may gain 1 power. Each may gain 1 power. It is a May. Cool. So you can forget it. It's difficult to remember these mid triggers when you're in the middle of deciding how to throw it all. There he is. He's got it. All right, so the taco truck is online. Give it to Lockjaw. Perfect. You'd be concerned for Proxima's life here. Lockjaw does have the extra attack dice online, so 2 5-dice attacks. Does he brace on Corvus? Takes 1. I would absolutely go again. Power for the boys. I would still go again. Just force the brace out. Just get rid of it. He's at that range now where if he does blank out, he dazes. So I would throw 1 more. I'd probably look at the size 2 dumpster. Even the taco truck, you wouldn't be upset about getting rid of that just to force out brace. You do have a range 3 building. You do have another size 3 building available to you and another one over here in the chemical tank. Important to note, Lockjaw also has a throw for 3 or less. 3 power, I think. So you can have Lockjaw come in as well. Throw Corvus into Ghost Spider. You can throw him into that size 2 car. Throw him away. Throws in medium as well, I think. Terrain feature. Okay, so it's got to be probably this dumpster. Within 2? Within 2, yeah, it's probably going to be the dumpster. Does throw up medium though. Which is very nice. I think he's done a Magneto. I think he's going to keep the power for defense. He still has 3 characters to activate, so odds are Corvus is going down. Proxima just needs to have 1 more damage done to her. Yeah, it's danger zone. Venom is sitting there. Sad Venom. Doesn't have We Are Venom online yet. But you're still looking at priority for Redemt. Yep, he's got 2 characters left. Travis have 3. Yeah, it's a good point, Darren. Here's a side. I'll use the taco truck to draw out brace, and then I'll hit you with the bigger truck. Pretty sure you can still pull her. Stealth is only for attacks. Yes, you pull her medium. Very nice. Sadly, it does bring her into martial artist range. It's still not lined up. Any further than that, she hits Magneto. Might be okay. I would be questioning whether I hit Magneto there personally, because I think that actually makes it. Ooh. Yep, there you go. Done. High risk, high reward. Man, you can't check that. Right? Am I right in checking that? You can't just have a look to see if you make it and go again. There we go. That's better. Did that get her within 3 of attacks? Because that would be best case, right? Pull her into range 3. What are we doing here? This is what a judge is for, and that is the beauty of having a judge table side. Travis and I have done a lot of, we've been lucky enough to travel the world playing competitive board games for the last few years. We've done a lot of time on the world stage, playing in various games. And if you have the opportunity to have a judge present for your entire game, you make that judge earn his pay. No point in making the call there when you have somebody that is trained in doing it. You'd be pretty happy if you were Travis there. That's 2 power for nothing. I really like Redempt's list. Like, I love this aggressive, in-your-face web warriors that we're seeing here. I really like that. It's really cool to see it. Yeah, nice. Nice. Staying out of that martial artist. It's really cool to see it. Corvus Proxima, I think they've got a really good place in the meta right now with some of the big characters, Angela and Medusa, stopping modification and changing of their dice when you're attacking them. So their blanks counting in success is super powerful. Morning Jay, how's it looking? It's turn 2 right now, I want to say. They haven't updated the turn counter. Big couple of misplays from Redemt this round, I want to say. I wasn't really super happy with his Proxima placement. But, you know, time will tell if it's a misplay or not. Venom just tried to get cheeky and pull Mystique out, and he cut the corner too sharp. So Mystique hit Magneto. But yeah, you can see the damage on the screen. Medusa did get dazed from Corvus at the start, but that was as bad as it got. So I thought got off pretty lightly there. You know, we've seen Corvus Proxima can daze 4 or 5 characters in a turn. And importantly, Corvus, if he does want to try and KO Medusa, has to go away from the fight. So that's big. Really solid deception play from Travis turn 1, which has caused this really strange game state. You know, this inheritor portal at the back on the left-hand side of the screen and the one on the bottom here. 0 owners. I expect to see Miles come in and take one of them, and Toad's coming in as well. But late activation from Toad here, possibly. Travis owns the top portal and the one where Proxima is currently. That's it. Only 2 portals owned. So Travis will be getting 4 to 3 on Redemt. But I will expect to see Redemt get at least 1 portal this turn with Miles. So we've got turn 2, turn 3 coming up pretty soon. Still got Miles to activate, so you could get pretty aggressive here. I really didn't like the Proxima placement because 1, it puts him in range of Lockjaw, who has the power to either A, do a throw, or B, increase his attack dice. Mystique still to come as well, which she can do some good work into Venom there, and Venom can't do any retaliatory. Basically, what happened was Travis did a deception, and with the deception came nearly all of Redempt's objective carriers trying to save Venom, believe it or not, who was the one that was deceptioned. So Travis managed to pull all of the cube carriers except for Miles into this big fight to try and save it. While they're just sorting this out, guys, I'll just quickly zoom over here so you can see the dice. I'm just going to go to the bathroom. Okay. Assuming from the comment of Web Warriors hate Mystique, we're looking at Mystique into Venom, possibly. Two hits, 1 block. One block. This is Lockjaw, I'm assuming then, with a reroll. Oh, clutch. Two damage from that martial prowess coming in from Proxima. Still has a teleport online. Perfect World, his Mystique will activate and get Proxima with 1 damage, which is ideal. Single damage going to Proxima, so you start next turn with her dazed. That is what you want to be going for. Medpack. Who are we medpacking? Medpack himself. Yeah, smart. Keep him in the game. He is going to be relative, considering that a lot of this fight's going to happen over this Inheritor portal. Alright, Miles coming up. Let's see what he does. I'm assuming he's just going to medium move. The risky play is to do the teleport. Well, boy. We do not care about these inheritor portals. If he goes in there and tries to go for the kick, that is just giving Toad free reign. Yeah, that's better. That's more like it. This, I mean, that's nice. Assuming we kick Mystique. One block. Man, that's a lot of rolls. Seems to work though. That is a impressive kick. Redempt's dice have been decent on these just random attacks. She dazed. One block. Takes 4. Am I reading that right? You would actually be very... Oh no, you still got Toad to go. You'd be upset about that. One, two, three, four, 5. One block. Takes 4. Push her into irrelevance. Nice. Are you winning? I'm not playing, so yes. Brutal. Some exceptional dice have really helped out Redemt this turn to fix up some big misplays, which is that's good. I mean, that keeps it fairly even. Toad is now just going to walk up and take that though. Are you listening at work? Awesome. Oh man, this is so greedy. Wow, it's going for it. Okay, this is the energy kick. Let's say this rolling technique of just spamming the button is working. Travis, 3 blocks. Got to roll in 2 crits. Has he done already? No, he did roll it. So he rolled a fine crit on the opener. So he's got 2 blocks. 5. So 3 into Magneto. Drops his token. Not bad. That's a big damage swing for Redemt there. It's pretty nuts. Huge swing. Actually, that helps him massively because now he has priority. And we got Corvus opening the turn up. Stopping that Mystique action with that extremely hot roll was clutch. Toad showing off his exceptional ability objectives. Interact with objective tokens within 2 instead of the normal 1, so should be fine. Nobody likes a one-clicker, Mazane. I want to see them roll. Yes, exactly, Nezzle. Or Nuzzle. It is. They're the worst. They just drop them, and it always rolls hot. I mean, you don't want to bring Toad in, but if you can, it'd be nice if you could do it with giving out an Incinerate onto Miles. That would be very nice. But that's range 2. 100% Morgan. 3 clicks is a gentleman's roll. 1, 2, 3. Off it goes. There is a difference, Darren. I'm telling you, mate. One feels bad. One feels good. So a big roll for Trav here. He needs this to pay off. Make up for his objective drop on Magneto. Yep, nails it. So roll the skull, place within 2. That is now a Brotherhood token. So Travis now owns 3 of the portals. Yep. Just needs to place a Brotherhood token on that. There we go. So, I'm nervous if I'm Travis, to be honest. I know that, you know, it's only Dazes potentially coming from this Corvus Proxima activation, but, you know, it's still such an insane activation, and to not get to activate Mystique to do that 1 damage to Proxima to stop this from happening, you'd be feeling bad. Nice. Place up there, get cover. Or you just place behind it, right? And stay completely out of line of sight. You place in there or something. That Mystique daze, that's a real feels bad moment if you're in Travis's position. I think as far as that turn is concerned, I think Redemt got away very lucky there. Some key rolls and key moments. Right. Round 3, just messaging quote. He'll fix that up. Right, let's see this. I fully expect Corvus Proxima to have some shenanigans here. I'm not sure how much damage he's going to dish out. Magneto's probably going to go down. Yeah. I don't think that they'll be able to get Magneto. Unless some weird stuff happens, I don't think they'll get Magneto and Medusa. So there is that, which is nice. And there is a lot of damage currently dished around the board. So You know, Corvus 4 of 6, Proxima 4 of 5, so she dazes next turn no matter what happens. So you don't even need to attack her. In fact, I would not attack Proxima this round. I would let her daze start the next round. Ideally, you daze Corvus, you remove Ghost Spider. Miles is starting next round dazed, although I don't know if you actually want to let him get those victory points. You might think about actually stopping that. Venom's getting fairly close. And now if you're Redemt, Magneto has to go. I think. I want to say Magneto has to go. Magneto and Mystique is probably who he's got on his mind. Mystique is particularly nasty for a couple of his characters there, so you'd think he'd be thinking about it. Corvus into Mystique, I think. Yep, Corvus into Mystique. Man, that is a lot of rolls. But it's working. 2 crits, 2 hits, or 2 crits in a wild and a hit. Travis, 3 blocks. Oof. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 blocks, takes 3. You'd be happy about that. Importantly, this is where you're going to start seeing that priority start to flip. It's just such a shame that you have to flip it with a character getting KO'd. I don't expect to see her survive this, to be honest. Thinking about that Medusa, probably a valid concern, although you are going to do it without any of your dice modification shenanigans, so less than ideal. I really like Quote as a judge. I really like him. I message him and he doesn't interrupt the players. He just pops in and gets what needs to be done. Just might remind him that Travis's Brotherhood tokens don't clear with automatic cleanup, so it's hard to track who gains power, who doesn't. All right, the mega roll coming in, still rolling. 1 crit. I am not sure who this is into. I'm assuming this is into Medusa. It is Medusa? Must be some questions going around. You see it all webbed up this turn? Yeah, for sure. Yeah. 1 block. Safe. That is key for Travis here because that will stop the power generation going into Corvus, stopping the Glaive's Edge on this second attack. Jeez, it just rolls so much. That's 3 skulls, so 3 hits. 1 of them counts as a crit. 3 blanks for Travis, so he's alive is what matters here, unless Proxima has something to say about it. Yep, 3. Get a reroll. He'd want to see a block come in here. Ooh, takes a 3. I don't think Proxima... I think he'd be exceptionally lucky to have Proxima do it in 1. And she's got a bleed on her as well, Proxima, I think. Yes, from the Lockjaw. So, even if she does go for Medusa here, it'll cost her life. Because it'd be a move throw. So, I think we're going into Mystique here. Oh, that is unfortunate, Travis. 3 hits again, 2 in a row. Only 1 hit though, so he's gotten away scot-free. You'd be thanking your lucky stars there. Proxima, if I mean, you're gonna KO a character for a daze, but oof. Place within one. Does he go for it? What's Quote doing? So I mean, the all webbed up's got to come from Ghost Spider, I would say. Don't think Venom will do it because he needs his power for the heal. Another attack coming in. Let's see how we go. So Travis is due for a good roll, and also due for a good roll on Redemt side. Oh man, 5 hits on Mystique. She's dead. You would be upset about that Mystique with Martial Artist. He has been very unfortunate on Mystique these last 2 rounds. But priority is not flipped. Oh, Corvus Proximity is so degenerate. Rolling for the Inheritor Portal, and yeah, 3 crits will do it. So, I mean, Magneto and Medusa are still online. I would probably start with Magneto and immediately wipe out that Ghost Spider to stop the lifesaver on Corvus. But, I mean, you're at the point now where characters are starting to get KO'd, so you got to start doing something about this. You can't really be worrying about priority at this point. I'm talking about the previous turn, Morgs. But yeah, for sure. I do agree. Having 1 character. 8 damage from a Corvus Proximum activation is pretty standard. Who are we starting with here? Six. This is Magneto into Ghost Spider, I'd assume. 2 crits versus 1 block. Can he do it in 1? 5 rerolls. 1 more reroll. So you should see another 2 out of this. 3 if he's really lucky. Yep, there's the 3. 6 in total. That is a dead Ghost Spider. Yeah, exactly. No Glaive's Edge from Corvus. Be pretty happy about that. I would also go into Miles now, and I would start throwing stuff at him. Get him to drop that objective because he's got two objectives on him. One skull, 1 crit, so that evens out. Miles has got a double reroll into a single reroll. Travis rerolls first. Another 2. It's bang on average. Total of 4. So Miles should get at least number 1. Another single reroll coming. No, he's taking it. I mean, fair enough. Even with the reroll, he takes a 2. So 2 cubes are dropped. So that is 3 cubes. So some quick maths here. Travis is getting 4, 5, 6. Takes him to 13. If he can get Venoms and the last 2 Inheritor Portals, pretty sure. Well, it takes him to 15. No, it'll take him to 16 if he can get all 3. So Travis is on 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Venom would be 12. Inheritor Portal 13. Inheritor Portal 14. Inheritor Portal 15. Inheritor Portal 16. He could do it, to be honest. Toad's in a position to go for that one there. Only Venom to go, so there's a good chance that he will not get an activation that is super relevant. Don't know if you could throw anything into him there. You'd be asking the judge about it, but if he can, Travis can just straight win this turn if things go his way. What are we going for here? This is tight. Very, very tight. Should be good. Should be a lot of fun. What are they going for? This is the only downside to being on the outside. Not inside their channel, but I'd prefer this still. That I can't hear what the discussion is. Assuming they are looking at the Magneto throw. How resilient is that Corvus in Web Warriors, by the way? It's crazy. He just hangs around. Not sure what Travis is looking at. Still got a brace for impact sitting on Redempt's side. I mean, I like that he removed Mystique. She is on a KO'd side, so obviously game plan, remove bodies off the table. But I mean, leave a Magneto there next to two of your guys. Ooh, all you've got. All right. You know, Travi, he goes to those spicy plays. Will this be worth it? Ooh, move in. Throw, throw, throw. Do an attack. Pretty nasty. You've got Medusa sitting there who can pick up those cubes from Magneto. Not that they're going to get placed in an ideal position for it, but she already owns that Inheritor Portal, so... You know what Trav's like, Morgan? Once he's like a shark, mate. Once he smells the blood in the water, and you know what he's like when you're playing him, he's constantly assessing his win condition. How do I get forward? How do I get forward? What's the path to victory? If he smells blood, that's it. You know, like the old X-Wing motto, right? Foot on the throat, don't stand up. Foot's on the throat. Let's see if he lets him breathe. 3. Interesting that he's done the attack first, because, I mean, 5 currently is doing it. Still doing it. Big reroll coming in here because it will allow him to do a retaliatory attack. Whoa. That was a crit. It's fine. Yeah, I'm not sure if you go down that path. I mean, you can still do your Magneto boost, and you are going to do 2 damage, I think. 3 blocks, 2 damage. Venom has to return serve here. Magneto will have to do his dice boost here. Just risky. I would have probably done the throw first. Maybe done 2 throws. He only had 3 power, I think. We are Venom coming in here. 7 versus 6. Big roll. Still rolling. There we go. 1. Versus 5 from Travis. No point rolling in those crits. Alright. So Magneto, importantly, embrace for impact, right? You don't throw the size 3 here. Is there any size 1 around? Brace for impact. Oh, Venom is empty on power. Brutal. Going all in on the heal play. Let's see if he survives. Nope. Oh, 2. Down he goes. 1 damage through. So, that means that he is dazed. So Travis now has got 3 activations and 2 rolls on the Inheritor portals to win the game. Let's see if we've done this correctly. 1, so we are at 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So if I'm, let's see what he does here, because you can teleport Medusa off of Daze characters. So if I'm Redemt here, I am trying to put every token in a different spot and try and chew up as many actions as possible. Not sure how relevant it's going to be. Lockjaw is only on 1 power though. See how this goes. Ooh. Big plays. I mean, the big thing here, right, is that Travis is going to get as many VPs as possible. Not sure if he'll be able to win. I don't know if Redempt's going to actually let that happen. But the more he gets here, and depending what he does with the cube carrier, you know, potentially, I mean, you're going to be KOing Medusa to do this. It's a big play. Does get him, you know, if he can get as close to 16 as possible, maybe Toad will carry him into... Did Trav forget? Possibly. Not sure. It's probably all wrapped up. Nope, we're doing it now. Power to Lockjaw. Power to Toad. I think they're in the process of it. There's one. I'll zoom in for you so you can have a look. That's one placement. Again, like Medusa, with the amount of power she has, can do 3 pickups and 3 teleports, and all the teleports can be done off of a Daze character. Let's see if Travis remembers it. Because if he does, Medusa can snap all 3 of those. No problem. It's overlapping Corvus. I don't even think he needs to do that, Darren. I think he just needs to move to within range 2 of Magneto and then just go teleport, teleport, teleport. I've got all 3, possibly 4. Just insane. Yeah, she can teleport herself once. I know, I was just rereading the card. Still uses snap 1 up, right? So she's got 3 movements. So 1 move to pick up a cube, another move to pick up a cube, 1 to telly, and that's it. So Redemt has realized, I'm thinking at this point, that he is in serious danger of dropping the game this turn. Really like this play from Travis because, 1, it's limiting, like, doing this now, I think is really smart by him because it's limiting the Corvus Proxima shenanigans that's going to happen next turn, right? Like he's gonna have 2 characters removed. Corvus Proxima will probably go all in on Magneto. It's always about the round 2 pop off loses your games. Thinks I'm convinced of it. Going too hard too early drops the game. You need to time your run. One. One. This is crazy. Yeah, I know, right? What a big roll. Old Toad. We've got a few people in here. 15 people, all in Twitch. 1 lucky person on Facebook. Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that, Amorgs. Like, a lot of people don't realize that Medusa can teleport off of a dazed target, which is why she's firmly stamped in that top 2. So, smart, have a dig at the Inheritor portal. Don't know if it's going to... I think he's going to get to 15, though, with this move. Less than ideal. I mean, Lockjaw, if he's successful in this role, Lockjaw can pick up a cube and then walk and pick up another. So, I mean, it still can work out. Assuming she just picked up that. Telly Lockjaw, sit him next to that cube fragment. He'll grab that. Then he can move back onto the other cube fragment as well. Let's see if he remembers he can telly off Magneto. This is mental. This is what Travis does to himself, right? Big explosive plays. Yeah, true. If she rolls a skull, sends her into irrelevance. Very close. We're getting close to our 150 follower mark, which is cool. Just looking down at the dashboard. Twitch is definitely one that's progressively growing for me, which is great. Been really enjoying it. Twitch plus Facebook. Luckily, my internet is good enough to do both, and my PC is good enough to do both. So it's good that I can just keep growing both at the same time. Just filling in some dead air here while Travi decides what to do. Got lots more Marvel content. Hopefully, Norbs, if you're still in here, mate. I'm happy to do some more streams for the rest of the finals, which would be cool. See if you can get yourself in on commentating. I know you had your first go at commentating the other day. How'd you find it? Commentating is easy. You're just talking about... They're doing all the hard stuff. You're just talking about what they're doing. And from the cheap seats, you can decide whether it's a good idea or not. What is the interaction? Not that it's going to matter, but what is the interaction between dazing from cubes and last minute save? For my accusers in the chat, here's the roll. Don't be a skull. Nails it. No skull. So, you teleport Lockjaw here, right? Telly Lockjaw, he snaps up that cube, and he can walk back and snap up the other cube. Medusa Telly's over to grab the other one down there. So, I mean, he can do this if he figures it out. And then it all comes down to Toad. Man, what a game. It's not an enemy effect. There you go. I mean, you can just tell you... Ooh, no. Less than ideal. That is not how to do that. It's a really big shame. You probably could actually. Now teleport Lockjaw, and he might be able to grab both. You know, in a good situation. If he gets, if he parks himself next to Mags, he can still do it. Mags is dazed, yeah. That's alright. I think they're probably... probably too in depth in what is going on. I'll just message. Quote. Right, Lockjaw, move, pick up that cube fragment, pick up the next cube fragment. Oh yeah, you just tell you, right? So many teleports. I've been working my Inhumans. I'm starting to get a few games under my belt now and really starting to work their abilities and combos together. And once you can make them sing, and you can... What I love about the Inhumans leadership is you generally can always have enough power to make sure you get the superpowers that you need off every turn. Yeah. Here we go. Can Toad do it? Oh my goodness. So much pressure on a 2-point character. Can you imagine? He just falls one short. Corvus Proxima come in, wombo the game out of existence. Here we go. 1. Oh my god. Boom. Is our math correct? 4 inheritor portals plus 5 cubes. I would say that looks pretty correct to me. Wow. One old toady, mate, just coming through. 1 hit. Wow. This is why Travis is good to watch. Big, explosive, crazy plays that no sane person would consider doing when on 7 victory points. You just got streamlabbed, Fingstar. Fingstar came in and just typed in big capitals, massive. Wow. Just give them a couple minutes to do their post-game. I always let the players do their own little post-game discussion amongst themselves. And then I will jump over. Wow. All you've got just proving to be just, I think personally, all you've got, it's in my 8 every time, unless I'm playing like a super control list. Such an exceptional card. It just enables you to do these crazy plays where you can trade one character, for, the rest of the list. 4 characters is what he traded Magneto for there, which is just mental, right? You can just leverage these powerful characters like Magneto, MODOK, Medusa. Those are the 3 that I'd be hitting with an all you've got. That'd be the top 3 you'd be going for. It's just crazy. Or Travis, Lockjaw. Another all you've got play with Lockjaw last week to secure the win. I think that all you've got should absolutely go on a restricted list with a bunch of other cards. Yeah, just mental. I'll swap it over.
And kids as well as me, mate.
No
So
worries.
I appreciate you playing it at an awkward time.
Gentlemen,
And cheers to the game, dude. Mate, you had me on the ropes. I was just looking at Corvus going, I just need to survive whatever he's throwing at me.
hey guys, how's it going?
Hey, Von, how you going, mate?
Very good. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there. Go ahead, Redemt.
No. I was just saying about the push.
What would it have changed? What would it have changed on that push?
What that would have changed is Venom would have got 2 attacks into Mystique. He'd have not been where he was now to be getting battered by Magneto.
Yeah.
It would have completely changed it. Genuinely, I feel that changed the game entirely. I'd have got a
Would you
double
have been
attack on Mystique. I'd have been.
Would you have
all
been
the way
down on
over
this
here.
objective?
No. So when Magneto's just hit me, he wouldn't have been able to because I wouldn't have been there. I'd have been over here where Lockjaw is.
Yeah, but I would have.
Venom moving there is what's enabled Magneto to go for him.
Yeah, but I would have just done a full move and then been in range to does that make sense? I would have just moved all the way. Let me just double check. Yeah, I had a spare movement left over, so I probably would have just moved all the way down, so I would have got a bit closer.
No, it's one of them now. I think it's done, but personally, I feel
Yeah.
it's massively affected.
But
Fair enough.
you understand why we ruled the push that way, right? Because you have
Well,
to.
I thought it was when you declare intent. So the intent is what you declare, and I declared that I was intending to go past him. We both agreed that it wasn't going to clip him, and then when we actually
you
checked,
can
it did.
you can never
It's just
declare intent with pushes because you can't. Then you would be pre-measuring the base. So you put down the angle. And you can never declare with pushes and throws. You can never declare intent. So you
even
can
if
never
both players already agree to it. It just feels
Yeah,
odd.
because
Both players have agreed to it, and it's the intent. It just feels
It's
odd.
just
It's
impossible with the rules how the game works, because you can measure the movement stick, of course, but you can't pre-measure your base. So when you put down your tool for the width, the base goes over it, and the tool it just is recorded for the middle, but you measure with the base. So if you hit something, even if you do a throw and you hit a friendly model, you have to dodge with that friendly model. I'm sorry if this was a surprise for you during the
No,
game.
it's just one of those
it-
ones where it's like a millimeter clipped it with both. It's just personally, like I thought from the game, like we were both. No, it's fine. Like let's not worry about it.
Unbelievable game, Redemt. I actually had you pegged to win that next round. Really big all you've got play from Travis there to close it out, because I actually think that your Corvus Proxima begins next round by removing a couple of Travis's key pieces. A couple of guys in the chat were really impressed with your squad. It's really nice to see a new, refreshing take on Web Warriors, seeing that aggressive style. And I think Corvus is a really good pick in the meta currently, with some of the big carries going around like Medusa, because you can still modify your dice.
Yeah, definitely.
How do you find the league so far?
It's the first log of any type of TTS I've played. This league was so like my league games were probably like the third or fourth time I played Marvel on it. The
Wow.
mod's
And
really good. It's amazing.
yeah, they've done an exceptional
Killed
job.
it, bro.
So you just
Yeah.
made top 8 of like 170 player tournament. So big things for you in the future. Then I expect a lot of pressure on your shoulders.
Yeah, hopefully.
I
So
love the
hopefully.
aggressive Web Warriors. That's probably how I would play them if I went to
Oh,
the dark side.
love it. One question from chat. They're asking about how many times you roll your dice. They thought that was quite funny because it just kept going, but it worked out like every time. Nearly every time it was just like, wow, this is
Yeah,
crazy.
I roll my dice a lot.
Yeah, that's
Always.
good.
I think I said to Redemt at one stage, I was like, I don't think I've ever seen anyone roll the dice as much as you're rolling it right now.
Yeah.
Oh, it's crazy. But the
love
best
it.
part was that it worked out. Most of the time it was like, and there's 4 crits at one point. I think it was crazy.
It's not often
yeah,
somebody outshines my dice, so I was sitting on the receiving end of once going, holy shit.
Yeah,
What am I walking into?
yours weren't bad either, Trav. They were unfortunate
No,
on
mine
Magneto
was great.
turn 1, and then they just kind of switch around. So I always ask about one specific play that I remember from the game, Redemt. So my question for you is, it's just about I loved your counter deception play by sending Venom into the middle to set up the range 2 to let Miles grab it. What my question is about the double down and the triple down, where once Venom got deception, then you sent everybody forward to try and save him. Do you think it possibly, with hindsight now, would have been better to spread, grab the objectives, and then bring it in late?
I think the mistake I made was not picking up my home portal. I think that was huge.
Yep.
For starters. And letting Toad sort of run amok down one side of the board. He scored lots of points.
I think Travis calls him Turd for a reason. No, it was just great. I liked your aggressive play style. It really is close to my heart. I love seeing that kind of play, and it was just interesting watching it. It was like Venom got deceptioned, and then the next character came in, and then Corvus Proxima arrived, and it was just everybody came to his defense. But then it enabled Travis's carries to then start to do their shenanigans. But it also enabled your carries as well.
A really funny one for me as well. Like Medusa really throws me off. So I think this is like the second time I've played them, maybe.
Yep.
Against Lockjaw Medusa. And
Me
the
too,
way
mate.
her attack goes, it just hurts my head.
Yeah,
The push. Like, the fact
it's
that
crazy.
You attack, then you flurry, and then you do the push from the first attack. And then it's just really strange.
It's mental, yeah, I know. It's so powerful. I thought you did a really good job of mitigating Medusa, and like I said, you're in the hot seat after this turn. Your Corvus Proxima activate. They are going to start removing bodies, so like you're in the hot seat to just drive this home. It was just really good of Travis to see that, counter 16, I can actually do this if things go my way. Trav, question for you. You split targets heaps at the start. Do you think you should have gone hard in on Corvus to just try and get him on his day's side to potentially go for a flip and a KO, or were you happy with how it ended up? Obviously, you're happy with how it ended up. He won, but yeah.
I really wanted to limit his ability to get Glaive's Edge off. I think
Smart,
that's his blank
yeah.
successes, is
It
it?
is, yeah.
Yeah, that was my big thing because I thought Medusa with a reroll in defense, like against Dice, you probably might be able to do okay. So that was my big thing, is just trying to limit his ability to get that Glaive's Edge off.
Yes.
So
Glaive's Edge
I
is
was like,
exceptional.
I'll hit him, and then I powered him up a little bit. I thought, I've only just charged him up enough that he might just do the death blow and not Glaive's Edge me. Because I think if he started doing Glaive's Edge with the Pierce, my guys would have just fallen over.
Yeah.
A little bit dicey,
A lot.
but
It
yeah.
was really,
Yeah.
it was interesting for me to see the team that you bought. I was like really shocked.
Lockjaw, like
Oh, yeah?
Lockjaw brings
Yeah.
a delivery platform for Magneto and Medusa, which is awkward because the position they teleport to can threaten both of these inheritor portals on the side, or you can double threaten one, and forces some really interesting decisions for you to go through.
That was my thought process when I was placing at the start. I thought, yeah, it is. It's like a catapult. It's like a trebuchet for Magneto.
Yeah,
So I was like, between that, Asteroid M, and then Medusa being able to place him, I thought I shouldn't have to do many movement actions on Magneto. I should be able to get a lot of
just double attacks.
Just double attacks with him. And I was just holding off just to see until you placed Corvus. Or basically until you placed Proxima, sorry. And as soon as I saw the side that Proxima was committed to, I knew obviously Corvus is going to go that way. So I thought I'm going to double down on this and try and use Magneto to remove Proxima and use Medusa to try and push Corvus like massively out of the game.
Yeah. I always pay props to risky plays I see because I like seeing that kind of stuff. Obviously, your props is going to go to all you've got, Travis. That was exceptional. You're seeing that you can actually go for a win because I actually don't rate you to win after this turn. So it's good of you. I loved your Miles play into Mystique there. Redemt, that really salvaged your game because if that didn't happen, I really favoured Travis to power home because that Mystique could very easily give you that awkward damage where your guys start to daze in the power phase from the cubes and enable some really big turns for him because you've got limited actions. So that was a really nice webline swing into the kick.
When he got that off, I thought I was fucked because then he got the Venom Blast into Magneto, took my objective, and then I rolled the skull on Turd to get pushed away.
Mate, it went bad.
I thought, I don't think I'll recover from this because I thought you just activate Miles first and just move, secure your home objective, and then run.
Yep.
And I thought, oh Jesus, I can't. I don't think I'm going to be able to get up there to.
Yeah, I think that might have been the better play in hindsight. Corvus's dice let me down a little as well on that last.
Yeah, well, I mean, you don't take Corvus in reality and Proxima not activate them first and just lay waste. I needed to get lucky and live, which I was lucky to do on Medusa, and then Magneto was obviously able to then... I was pretty lucky, I think, with Magneto to one-shot Gwen twice.
Yeah,
one shot.
Really okay.
She's only got the 3 defense with the single reroll, so the odds are there for it.
Yeah, it's not like in the single
percentages. It's really well. Like, that's what I try and play to, and then I try to measure up my webbed up, and it was like, not in a position to get great things from it.
I thought you might have done it with Venom down and got. I think you would have got Magneto and maybe he didn't have the power. I can't remember. But...
I don't think he had the power.
He had the power at the end there, but it would have stopped him from getting his We Are Venom.
Yeah.
So I'll leave you guys to it. Exceptional game. Really explosive. It'll be up on YouTube if you want to rewatch it at all. Redemt.
Yeah.
I will say that when I did the move, all you've got move attack on Venom and didn't kill him, I started having nightmares of my Swiss rounds. I thought, here we go. Here we go. I'm going to get dazed. He's going to charge up. He's going to take all the things, run away, and I can't do anything about it.
He flopped it entirely, though, didn't he? Venom
yeah. I think Magneto rolled like 6 or 7 defense as well.
Yeah,
so I was like,
and Venom didn't even get
2
successes, I don't think. It's crazy.
Yeah,
It's really good.
I was having nightmares, mate. I thought this.
Oh
is
yeah,
gonna be it.
your Magneto block
Yeah.
roll at the end there was exceptional, Travis.
It's
Let's
just
put
like,
it that way.
okay, he's throwing a bus in front of Venom. It's crazy.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Well, I'm going to jump out of here. Thank you so much for letting me stream it. Well done to both of you. That was. There's a lot of people in
Hell of a
chat that were just kind of like, this game is mental. Like, it is just swinging back and forth, back and forth. Huge plays from both of you. Really great to see. Thanks, guys.
I think I learned something off Morgan's game yesterday. I was like, I just have to maintain points parity as close as I can,
Yes.
and then from there, go for the big swing.
Yep. Yeah, that's
it's
exactly
that,
how I do it.
that Medusa turn 1, I think it was, that taking you from, because it was going to be 2 to 5, weren't it? And then
Yeah, it
you
was
had
going to be
like some good rolls.
5-2,
Yeah,
and I was
3
able to do
4, and that was
Yeah.
quite big as well.
that. Kept me in the game big time.
Yeah, the 4-3
Hey,
instead of
great
5-2.
Yeah,
Awesome. Right, guys, I'm going to jump out of here. Thank you very much, and I'll talk to you later.
Cool, cheers.
Great game, guys.
thanks for the game. Thanks for judging QT as well. I know you had some tough calls there, mate.
Oh, yeah, great job judging, mate. All over
Both
it.
of us were on the receiving end of that.
Anytime.
At
Thanks for
the
having
end
me.
there, JL, I got a bit greedy and went for the portal interaction before I started teleporting Lockjaw.
Yep.
And just started again having flashbacks and nightmares of him just moving me out of the way. And I'm like, oh, great, this is going to go bad.
Yeah, I actually thought that you would... Because remember, Medusa can teleport off of Days characters.
Yeah.
So I was waiting for you to start, just blinking around, grab this cube, move here, grab that cube, teleport Lockjaw, he grabs this one, does this, does that. I was like, man, he's just going to be going everywhere. But it all
I
worked
did that
out.
in the end, but yeah.
You went about it the hard way.
I went about the hard way.
Absolutely. All right, see you, boys.
It's crazy. Cheers, mate. It's crazy
All right, guys. I'm going to jump out of the stream. It is now 6:54 a.m. and I am wrecked. Back again tonight. Not sure what I'm playing. Could be Destiny, could be COD, could be another Marvel game. Who knows? But yeah, thanks so much for waking up with me or staying up wherever you are. And yeah, back next week, hopefully with some more top 4. But bye for now. See you guys. Enjoy your Sunday.